In a previous video, I talked about the simple steps to creating a product strategy. And I said that first you need to pick some metrics that matter, whether that's revenue, margin, churn, conversion, whatever it is. Pick 3 of them. Start with 3. You can expand later. And then for those metrics, define some objectives. Objectives are time-bound and measurable, and they have a target. So you may say something like, we want to reduce churn by 3% by the end of the year. We want to triple revenue at the end of 2 years, whatever it is. And then socialize those. Make sure those things make sense to leadership, to the rest of the team. And once you have this base set of objectives, I would call that a definition of success, you're ready to start thinking about your strategy. That is the course of action you plan to take to achieve that success. It's the hard things you will do and won't do to achieve the level of success that you've defined. And in my experience, this is really tricky. The first time you do it, it's very difficult. So let me give you a couple of examples. It can be helpful to think about a company you're familiar with, maybe even your own, and describe its history as if that was one coherent strategy. It usually isn't, but it's an interesting exercise to get you thinking the right way. So if I had an urban surveillance solution, my elevator pitch for my strategy, that's where you can start, is we will develop urban surveillance solutions that are clearly the best value in the market. We will develop reference projects that we can use to demonstrate the power and value of our solutions globally. We will innovate, we will invest in innovative technology, aggressively protect it, and we will license that technology to others as it makes sense to create revenue streams. And as we go global, we will rely on regional partners rather than global integrators to expand our reach in terms of sales and delivery. So that sounded long. These things do not just appear out of nowhere overnight. They have to be refined, but that's an example. Another example might be Tesla, and they were pretty public about their strategy from the beginning, but this is an example of taking a company that you know and coming up with just an elevator pitch. And their elevator pitch might be, we're going to help the world adopt renewable energy by creating the world's best electric cars. We will start with specialty cars with high margin that allow us to refine our production techniques to make affordable mass market cars. We will invest in charging technology, in batteries to support our mission and to generate revenue from other companies. And we will forge global partnerships that help extend our reach. Something like that. And once you have an elevator pitch, you can refine what the pillars are. What are the key things? For Tesla, it might be supporting technologies, starting specialized and going mass market, global partnerships. Identify 3 or 4, let's say 3 to 5 things, maybe 6, that are the cornerstones of your strategy. Those are pillars. And you can start with pillars if that's easier for you, and then generate the elevator pitch. You can go either way. But once you have it written down, you can then elaborate on it. You can expand your definition of success. You can write in more detail what you plan to do and don't do. By the way, a strategy is not a plan. A plan tells me exactly who's going to do what, when. A strategy paints in broad strokes how we plan to be successful. Again, the hard things we will do and not do to become successful. So it is a challenge the first time. Don't be intimidated. Stick to it. And I have seen just writing this stuff down really turn organizations around. So I hope this was helpful.